Hello everyone, Wololos and Wololas. I'm here once again with a special hardstyle interview, as you can imagine. First of all, before starting this interview, you can go to our channel and check out the last two interviews we already published with hardstyle artists, with Versatile and with Radical Redemption and Knowles. They are already out, and tell us what you think in the comments. And today, there's another 150 by Fabrik here, and that's why we have a really special guest here at my right. Thank you for coming, Rooler.
It's my pleasure. Gracias.
How are you?
Very good. Thank you. Thank you. Yes.
Really nice to meet you.
Yeah,
and
nice
really
to meet you.
To have you here in our podcast.
Yeah, it's been years now that I see Wololo Sound on on Instagram and stuff. Yeah.
We did an interview 2 years ago, but
correct.
It was by mail.
It was with the gang, right? I think. No, it was
single. Only with you.
Okay,
I think.
okay.
Yeah, but it was by email.
Yeah.
But it's really nice to have you here.
Yeah, for sure.
I hope you have a good time with me.
Yeah, for sure. I hope so.
So my first question, I always like to ask this to the artists. How are you doing, both in a professional and a personal level right now?
Yeah, I would say good. I mean, professional speaking, like it's been hectic, like every other year, really. I noticed that maybe this year it's a little bit less in terms of like a number of gigs in some specific months, but that doesn't really, like, most of the time it's on purpose. Like, we decide to like slim it down. Like, I don't need to be on stage all the time as much as I used to be back in the days, you know, when I was younger. Yeah. I'm still hungry, but like, I mean, in a different way, you know, like I can, for example, like tonight I'm going to do the all night long, you know, at Fabrik, and those are more the things that I like to do. Like, you know, that's more my concept and things that I like to do. And personally speaking, yeah, good. I'm, you know, getting older, I guess. And yeah, I mean, you know, everything is fine. Yeah, doing good.
Okay. You returned to Spain once again. You've been here a lot of times. And first, I wanted to ask you, because it's really curious that you speak Spanish, actually.
Un poquito.
This interview is going to be in English for obvious reasons. But I wanted to know, I know you already explained it in previous interviews, I think with Harmon, I think.
Yeah.
Why do you speak Spanish?
Well, I studied in school for many years. I did... in Italy, we have, like, after elementary school, we have something we call medium school, media, and we have like 3 years, and I did English and French, so I was already like very inclined to learn languages. And then after that I went to a tourism school, like that, you know, teaches like tourism, you know, and how to be like a tourist guide and stuff like that. And therefore you need to like choose languages, and I didn't think that German was really interesting language, so it was English, French, and Spanish. And also, like, I mean, it's very similar to Italian, obviously, even though a lot of people say it's not, it is. Like, I mean, you can pick up a lot if you're Italian. And my father moved to Argentina many years ago, my brother too. So my brother is half Argentinian, and he... Well, as of now, I think he speaks again Italian, but like for a longest time, he was like understanding Italian, but only speaking Spanish. And I mean, yeah, for me, it's easier to speak Spanish, you know, when necessary. I mean, a conversation like we're having right now, it would be a little bit too difficult for me, because like I don't know as much. But yeah, I mean, I can get by. If I'm drunk enough, I can speak good Spanish. Yeah.
Okay, maybe tonight, if I see you on the backstage.
No, tonight. Yeah, if I have to play 6 hours, I need to be sober. Only water.
Yeah, right. Okay. And talking about the festival season, which has ended a little bit. Yeah. What were your main highlights of the festival season, and how was it for you?
Defqon was it sounds so cliche to say, but like it was amazing. Usually, Intense is my favorite, but like for a couple of years now, Defqon became like my favorite. But that's mostly because like I have friends coming from Italy, so we really have a good time. And this year we had I played like 5 times at Defqon.
I was going to ask you about all the different times.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Then I'm not gonna say too much, but yeah, definitely it was good times. I mean. Well, personally, like I also like I bought a house, so like I moved in July, so that's nice. It's not too much of highlight. It was like I mean, it's something that I wanted to do, but you know, it was nice. But it was tough in between gigs to like do everything. Yeah.
Okay. And yeah, talking specifically about Defqon.1, you had, as you said, 5 appearances.
Yeah.
The first one was at the Gathering.
Yeah.
Doing a back-to-back
That
with
was my
Warface.
first time the Gathering.
Yeah. How was it for you to be for the first time at the Gathering and also playing with Warface and premiering a new collab and everything?
Yeah, well, I mean, it wasn't the first time that I played with Warface, but like, yeah, we have many songs together. Yeah, playing at the Gathering was nice. I mean, they sold it to me like in a very good way, especially artists. They said, "Oh yeah, it's gonna be amazing," and I had good faith. It was because like it's the first day of like the biggest festival of Hardstyle. So
has a lot of
yeah,
energy.
exactly. It was a kind of I expected. I mean, as in. I was pleasantly surprised that it was even more than what I expected, but I mean, I knew it would be good. But it was exciting. I mean, Yuri Warface is one of the few people that I enjoy DJing with. There's not many people that I like to share the stage with, and he's one of them. Like, he's good. We have good energy. Also, I'm very grateful for Yuri because like he noticed me many years ago, you know, when I was a no one together with Malice, you know, and Yuri and Remco, the producer, like they're amazing people, and it was nice. It was good to be on stage and to play the song together. Like it's nice, you know.
Okay, you also returned to the Blue. I think it was on Friday to do the after party of AR Gang, or Saturday. I don't remember.
The after party was on Saturday. I play on Friday at the Blue alone.
Yeah,
I believe. Yeah.
Okay. And talking about the after party, I think it was the first time the AR Gang did the after party at Defqon.
Yeah. On Saturday before the after party, I did the Italo dance.
I was going to ask you about that.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, no, the AR Gang, the hosting was unbelievable.
Yeah,
because
really fun. I was there and it was really fun.
Yeah, it was insane. I was insanely stupid drunk. Like it was yeah, but like it was unbelievable because like you know, Q dance is very strict with some things. Like Defqon is very strict. Like you cannot do this, you cannot do that, and blah blah. They're unbelievably strict when it comes to have people on stage. The stage manager happened to be like the boss of the stage managers. You know, like the boss of security. You know, shout out to Justin, of course, and he said, "Okay, who would you like on stage?" And I was like, you see these people?
Everyone.
And it was insane. It was so good. It was very, very good. We didn't have an MC though. I don't know if you noticed, but like there's no MCing during the night. We, like Levenkan, Isaiah prepared like those intros at home, like announcing. But for whatever reason at the hosting, you cannot have like a microphone. That's such insanely weird. Those are like the weird things that the Defqon does. But like, we ended up doing it anyway. We have a lot of tags like AR Gang and all this stuff. Like we have it like lined up, and it was beautiful. Yeah.
It looked really fun because I was there and I also saw the recording. They uploaded to YouTube and it's
I didn't
really
even know
fun.
it was recorded. That's how drunk I was. Yeah. They told me afterwards. Everybody was like, "Oh, you're gonna release it?" I was like, "No," because I truly didn't know. And then at some point, one of our team was like, "Oh, they're gonna post this." I'm like, "What? was it recorded?" I didn't know. Cool. Yeah. And I watched it and I was like, "Yeah, I would never approve of this, but sure, it's fine. There's no problem."
Great. And also maybe the other big highlight of your weekend was that you were featured at the Defqon.1 Legends.
Yeah.
Yesterday the whole set was uploaded and I watched it already.
Yeah.
And I remember, I was like, Rooler and Sigmode have to be there. Yeah. In the end, Sigmode wasn't at the Legends, but you were with Warface.
Yeah, Sigmode deserved it as much as me, to be honest.
I
don't know who decided what, but yeah.
But how
they played Too Cold, so like I mean, it kind of wasn't there.
I was sure that Too Cold had to be featured because it was like a timeless.
Yeah, but we didn't have a creative choice over it. They decided for us. Yeah.
I suppose. But how was it for you to be picked to be a part of Legends and to be there?
I think if I can, I don't want to sound. I don't want to, by any means, I don't want to sound like I don't care, but I think this type of stuff represents more for other people than it does for like DJs, you know. And really, I don't mean that I don't care. It's just that like, you know, unfortunately, like after many years, you kind of get used to some dynamics of being in a certain place or celebrating a certain way, you know. I mean, I am happy that like I'm seen as a Defqon legend, you know. But I think like my fans are more happy, you know, to see me there because for me, like it's, it's kind of normal consequences of doing like putting the effort and everything. But I really don't mean to sound. I don't care. It's just I should ask you. Like I don't know how did it feel for you, because like for me it was so short. You know.
Yeah. It was.
Yeah, I was there, and by the time I realized that I was there, I was already out. Kind of. You know.
It was
what I mean?
like 2 minutes.
Yeah. Not that it had to be longer, but what I'm saying is like it's those stuff. Yeah. It's difficult because it's also when they say, "Oh, how did it feel to play at the Red?" And I was like, I don't know, like you tell me, like you know what I mean. Like I did it, you know. But like there are some DJs, some people that can like maybe stop more and realize more. I'm more like focusing on the DJing and giving the show, and only afterwards I'm like, oh yeah, the video looked nice, you know. It was a good performance, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
And talking about tonight, you are here to play your first all night long in Spain.
Yeah.
Although this is not the first time you do such a long set, either night or day long.
Yeah.
Are you nervous or curious for what's to happen, and what do you expect?
No, I'm not nervous. I mean, that's something that I like to do. I didn't prepare anything whatsoever. I'm just gonna go there and see how it feels. I'm gonna read the crowd, and you know, I really enjoy DJing, you know, regardless of whether there's people or not. I mean, it's nice to bring my concept around. I'm really enjoying playing more hours. It allows me to express myself way more, because like it's starting to be it feels too tight for me to play 1 hour, because like there's too many songs that I would like to play, and I cannot always play them because sometimes it's not the right crowd or not. And you know, Spain is always, you know, it's a good crowd. It's always a good place to DJ. And I'm curious about tonight, but like I mean, at the same time, I'm like, you're gonna have like some down moments, some up moments. That's kind of the point of like the doing the longer sets, because like it's not always high. It's also some lows. That's kind of the beauty of it, because when you do 1 hour, you as a DJ, you want to give the best that you have for 1 hour, and the crowd expects you to. But like you cannot have ups if you don't have downs, you know, when it comes to sets. And I really enjoy playing some B-sides, which are like the kind of hidden gems that not everybody know. And doing many hours allows me to do that. Like I think this is my first 6-hour set. I did like 5. I did 8. I also did 5 in Los Angeles. Next month I'm gonna do 10, and so this is 6. I'm really trying to understand what's the sweet spot, because to me 8, it was amazing, but I still felt like, oh, I wish I could have played a little more of classics. I really want to play classics. I kind of don't care about the new stuff. I really want to play classics. But maybe 7, 8 is the sweet spot for me, you know. But it's very demanding for the body to do that. Yeah,
I'm going to ask you about that.
Later. Sure.
But first, you're playing at the club area. It's 360.
Yeah, I've never been there.
Never?
I don't think so, no.
I think...
I mean, I did. I mean, you tell me. I don't know, maybe.
Yeah, okay. But anyway, did you decide that...
no, wait. I might have.
2021?
With Malice and Sick Mode.
I think you played there.
Oh, that was ages ago. That was at December, right?
December.
Was it that one?
Yeah.
Oh, that one is good. It's a good area. Yeah.
So I guess you didn't pick the area?
No. I have no clue.
But... yeah, so being 360, I think it's like,
I like
something
it.
different.
Yeah.
Is it the first time you do an all night long in 360?
No. In the one in Los Angeles started without people, but then I told Luca, my tour manager, beforehand. I said just bring people around. But it's always tough because like it's not gonna be the case of tonight, but like some locations, like the one that we did in Los Angeles, they reserved the behind the DJ spot like VIPs or like extra tickets or whatnot, you know. But I don't want to pick favorites. I want everybody to experience it the way that they like. So if you want to come very near me, they can. They don't have to pay more. That's the same thing I do with the meet and greets. I don't do it for specific people. But tonight, if I remember correctly, then anybody can be there.
Yes, anybody.
Yeah. No, I really enjoy when there's people behind me. Like I feel like I have to give double the show, because like if it's only in front of me, I can kind of hide some things, and with some things I mean like you know, maybe I'm like, I don't know, just not dancing, or just maybe like doing I don't know, I'm talking to somebody. But if there's someone in the back, I want to entertain them too, you know. It's dope. I enjoy it a lot.
Really curious to see how everything will turn out.
Same.
And even though you always say you improvise everything, and you just said that you don't have anything prepared, don't you have like a structure in your mind of
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
2 hours, I want to play this. Then...
Yeah. Of course. I mean, if it was for me personally, I would love to play more classics than the modern stuff. I'm not dumb. I know that people know me for other stuff. For example, when I did 8, it was like 2 hours of this, 2 hours of that. But in reality, it's just something that I vaguely in my mind, okay, like for 2 hours I'm gonna play like early hardstyle. But after 1 hour, it's boring. But not boring because I don't like it. It's boring because I see the people that want something else. So you need to spice it up and change. But you need to really. You need to think ahead a lot when you do those things because, like, again, not preparing is not like the most difficult thing. It's just that, like, if you play a certain song that gives certain emotions, it's hard to then go to another one that like you happen to play. It's like, oh no, I want to play this one, but in order to get there, you need to play this other one. So it allows me to play this other one, and this happens for 6 hours. You know, all the time. I do have a little structure in my head, but like it's unbelievably vague. I'm just gonna go there. Okay, like I start with like 143 BPM, you know, so very slow, very chill. But if I see that nobody dances, I'm gonna switch, you know.
Okay. You already organize, as you said, by yourself and all night long and all day long.
Yeah.
And you are going to take things to the next level on November 29 at the Clock Gebouw. I don't know if I say it correctly.
Better than me.
Okay, at Eindhoven. You will be playing a 10-hour set. How much are you looking forward to this night? Or day, evening.
No, it's day. I really prefer doing the day so I can sleep at night. But no, it's cool. If I'm being truthful right now, like it's a little slow with the tickets. It's not bad, but it is low. Like booking wise, like set wise, I'm looking forward. But like as any other instance of all night, all day that I did, for me, the real excitement happens when I'm DJing. So like beforehand, I'm like, you know, it's hard to visualize that I'm about to do that. You know, I when I'm on the spot and I press play and I start to mix, that's when I'm like, okay, I'm doing it. Beforehand, it's more like preparation. You know, is everything in order? The merchandise is good. Does it look good? Are people happy? You know, that's more what I care about. So yeah, in that terms, like the excitement, it's I mean, it's more like stressing about like doing everything right. And you know, for example, like what I said about the tickets, you know, it does a little bit, it gives me a little stress, you know, because at the end of the day I do want to sell, but you know, I'm a DJ, you know, so I need to care about DJing. But it's I still want everybody to have a good time and, you know, to maximize, you know, like also for the promoter, because like it is my event, but it's not I'm not doing it like I have a promoter behind me, you know. And
you've played up to 8 hours, but this time it's 10. Have you already prepared for those 2 extra hours, or is it anything different?
No, not really. No, I just the other day I was thinking, oh, what if I do like Italo dance? But it would be way too specific, and it's not really hardstyle. I sell it as a hardstyle journey, which is already kind of not truthful because I do play hardcore and up-tempo at the end. But for the most, it's hardstyle.
Hardstyle, let's say.
Yeah. But I do sell it as a hardstyle because I'm a hardstyle artist. But those 2 extra hours, it's more of a flex, if I'm being honest with you. I just wanted to see if I can do like 10, and I wanted to wow people to like, oh, Rooler can do 10 hours. But of course, I'm going to feel it with music. It's not going to be like 2 hours of random stuff. But yeah, maybe I'm gonna like focus more, because like every time that I DJ I have this issue that I really pick mostly the Italian stuff. I really love Italian music, like TNT and stuff like that, but I would like to play some more Dutch stuff, like noise controllers and stuff, so in that era, like 9, 10, 11 hardstyle. It's where I grew up with. But yeah, I mean, by then I will also have like new music, you know, like new age music. So for sure I'm gonna play more. I would like to explore a little bit more hardcore, like classics, but I was never a hardcore fan back in the days. But I don't know. I will see. I couldn't tell you. I'm just yapping, and now I don't know. I will need to see.
Fine. And I was going to ask you later, but now you've said that you grew up with the 2009, 10, 11 era and everything. What's your favorite era in hardstyle? Is that one, or?
I don't know, man, because like I mean, when I was younger, the older people they always told me, oh, the real hardstyle is like the early hardstyle, so like the 2000. And I was like, nah, it's not hardstyle. It doesn't have melody, so it's not hardstyle, right? And then during COVID, I was like exploring the early hardstyle. I was like, oh yeah, I get it now, you know, because I needed to grow a little bit to understand the certain sound. It's hard to pick because I grew up with the golden age of hardstyle, which is like melodies, scan tracks, fusion, like that stuff. But considering the person that I am today, I would say maybe like 2002, 3, 4, 5. But yeah, if I really have to pick one, I would definitely tell you like Scantrax 2009, 10. Yeah, that's kind of my thing. Yeah, D-Block and Estefan, like that stuff. That's really I know every song, you know, yeah, for sure. But I do enjoy DJing more like the very old school stuff. It's more up my alley. Considering what I do today, it's very inspired to the very early hardstyle sound. Yeah.
Okay, fine, good to know. And going back to the All Night Long and the length of it, where's your limit? Do you imagine a 12 hours, let's say, Rooler set?
It's really a body limit. I mean, if I see next month when I will do 10 hours, if my body can do 10, then sure I can do 12. But the thing is like, how much do I need to do? You know, because like just because you do more doesn't mean that you are doing more. You know what I mean?
Maybe it's not worth it to be like two
no
more
no.
hours.
That's kind of what I'm saying. Because like just because you're doing more than the average, or I mean the more that you did before, really in this case, because nobody really does that many hours, it doesn't mean that it's necessary that you have to do it, you know. And truly, like I wanted to do 10 for a flex. I did 8, I want to see if I can do 10, and let's see. Of course I know I can and I will do it, but there will be a question, can and will I do 12? Yeah, maybe, I don't know. Like I don't think it's necessary to do more just for the sake of doing more. It's more like, is it necessary? Does it make sense for the set? You know, how demanding it is for me as a person, like to be physically putting, because the most annoying thing for my body is not really the standing up, or it's the focus, because I don't lose focus for that many hours. Of course, there are some moments where I do it very natural, but like if I do the mashups and stuff, like I really need to think what I'm doing, and not losing focus for really 8 hours. It's that's really what's tiring about it. It's
Okay.
Yeah.
And as we were saying, you have a promoter behind, but it's like a mainly Rooler focused event.
Yeah, for sure.
And related to this topic, when I interviewed Future Noise here at this studio like some months ago, I asked him, and I will ask you later about it as well, what was his vision of future of the scene. And he told me that he thinks that the scene will move towards artists or labels focused events. Like there will be more and more. What do you think of this? Do you agree with him, or do you see it different?
Well, events are not selling these days.
Yeah,
they're just not selling. I mean, I'm not too familiar with like every single part of the globe, but like in the Netherlands, everybody's struggling one way or another. I'm not gonna go into hard techno is selling more or whatnot. Like I focus on hard, so like events are not selling good, and the lineups are stacked with DJs, very good DJs. It's hard to say what works and what doesn't, you know, because in the end, like, you know, I know, for example, speaking of what I/AR Gang is doing, like we're doing our thing, you know, like I don't want to compare, because like it doesn't always go good just because you're doing good. It's a very weird situation right now. What's happening? The future, I don't know. It's a tough question, because like I do agree that like definitely like more artist and label centered can be a thing. Until when? And then, you know, the more you do that, the more people will want the other thing. You know, there's always like a recircle. It can never be one thing only. For the longest time, we did like events based on just like flexing the lineup. Like, okay, I have like 70 artists or 80 artists. Supremacy is like fucking, they have like 15 artists for like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
That's disgraceful. You know what I mean? Like for me as a fan, like, why would I listen to someone 30 minutes? You know, I'm not even saying because I like to play more. It's just like 30 minutes is nothing. You know, I did that many times and I don't like it. It's not disgraceful because of supremacy doing it. It's just that, like, for me personally, for my taste, it's not a flex. But like, luckily they're the only one doing that. As in, like, I'm happy that it works for them and it's their thing. If then everybody start doing that, then people will not want it anymore. That's what I'm saying. It's not disgraceful, as in like it's shit what they're doing.
Understand.
It's like that. There's too much of the same thing. So like we have supremacy doing that thing, we have this doing that, but there's a lot of events that are just the same. They're not really, they're not selling because they're just that. And a lot of promoters, they think, oh, I'm gonna book this many artists or like the most hype, but that doesn't mean anything, you know. Back in the days, like the events really told a story, you know. And I don't want to say like, oh, back in the days it was better, but Hardbase was a good concept. For example, we had like the teams, and like it was like a you know, showcasing like the teams, and then you had the live act. Knockout, for example, from B2S, it was like you would put in two not so random DJs, but like kind of fighting against each other, and like they had to make dissing songs against each other. That was a good concept of it.
Something different, yeah.
Yeah, of course. But like, I mean, nowadays it's just like doing parties for the sake of doing the party, you know. And is it needed? You know what I mean? And maybe that's the overall feeling of the people, that they're like, yeah, I don't think it's needed. Like if I skip this Saturday, I can go next Friday and there's another one identical to it. Maybe just that guy is missing, but who cares these days, you know? And also, it's a very hardstyle thing to really think that the artists do truly make a difference. They do, but like it's just the overall concept, you know. That like Defqon sells out every year because it's Defqon, you know. I mean, of course, without the artists, it wouldn't sell, you know. But like at the same time, you know, they built a big brand and everything. Like a lot of parties these days, they just do like one thing this year, and the next year, God knows. But you know, if you really work and really put in the details, you know, there's a lot of things that are missing. It's kind of the storytelling. It doesn't have to be like an actual story, but like it's just like consistency, you know, doing this, doing that. You know, people get used to it. They're familiar, and they'll gladly spend their money for you instead of someone else. But yeah, future-wise, yeah, I don't know. It might be a possibility that we focus more on artists, but we did that before. You know, we had exclusive with Q-Dance. We had what else? Yeah, exclusive. Now that I can, I don't mean, probably there's something else. I just cannot think about it. But yeah.
But I think nowadays there are way many more artist-focused events. Like for example, next month we have yours, we have Future Noise, we have Defqon and Stefan, also Sub-Zero Project. Like I think there's too many, and maybe that's the way the scene is going to move.
But for example, like I mean, if I think about artist centered, and like I think about the artist itself, and like maybe it's a little bit egotistical to say, but like if I do my own event, I want me to be the protagonist, of course. I mean, what I do the all night long, it's my concept, so I want to be the starting and the finishing, of course. It doesn't have to be that radical, of course, but like you still have a lot of other people that you kind of want to book because they help you selling, but especially because like your friends, your label mates or whatnot. But Defqon and Esteban, for example, they could do their event on their own. They have enough music to do it on their own. But yeah, I mean, sure, it can be a possibility, but it's, again, it makes sense with if the story makes sense, then the event will work. Defqon and Stefan are good artists. You know, they have the history on their side. You know, the talent on their side. You know, like I don't doubt that. You know, but yeah, I mean, you couldn't do like an event about anybody and just expect it to go good. You know, just because it's an artist driven event. Yeah. In the end, like, what's the difference between like that and any other event? You're just rebranding it as the artist. You just pick one and put it on the spotlight, but you still have a lineup of other people. It's,
you're right.
You know, but it depends like on who you're selling and like how much story there is behind it, how much people want to buy the story. You know, and also like I truly believe that like especially right now with the economy and with the scene, like it kind of doesn't matter even who is doing what, because like it's just a tough moment, you know. And I'm not only because I'm not really because the all day long it's a little tough with the tickets. Just in general, I see what's happening. Like I see some parties, and I'm like, why is this not sold out? It's amazing. I would go there, if I could.
Maybe there's too many parties.
There's definitely oversaturation, but I'll be the millionth person that says this. It's just how it is. It's not only in the music industry; it's just everywhere. That's just how it is. We're gonna hit the reset button at some point, but I'm not gonna be the one pushing it or forcing it. Like, I'll just see you, whatever. In the end, it's our duty as artists and promoters to do our best, but it's also the duty of the people to buy the tickets and support. If the link is missing, there you go. I don't know. We will need to hit reset at some point and start fresh somewhere else. Either way.
Okay. And also in the past, you and your team and your crew hosted a lot of events, AR Gang driven or the gang. Welcome to the gang.
Yeah, that was confusing with the both of them. Yeah.
And also in the past years, I would say you've done a lot of takeovers and appearances at other festivals. And you, for example, this year played your very first takeover here in Spain at Nexus Festival. Yeah. How was it for you and the experience of doing a takeover here?
No, it was nice. It was dope. If I'm being honest, back in the days, it was more me and Sigmo really putting a lot of brain power and effort into it. These days, we do have we do have a team that work for us and that they know what we like and what we don't like. They did a lot for it. They always do a lot. For instance, I don't wanna. There's no point in lying to you. I didn't really know who was playing at my own hosting in Madrid.
You said it at Hardmon's interview.
Yeah. But of course, I actually yes, you're right. I did it.
I saw your reaction to the lineup.
Yeah, I didn't look. The thing is, I liked everybody on the lineup because my team knows who we like and who we don't like. But at the same time, I don't really have the time to really connect with everything that goes behind the scenes, because I still do a lot for me, for my project, and for the AR Gang. Some of the things I don't think they're too necessary for me to have my input. If it's my own event, the AR Gang event or the gang or whatnot, then of course I want to be part of it. But the hosting, it's just a hosting, As long as we from the label are there, the rest, it's extra. And of course we had Dual Damage and Mutilate. It's so people that we like, I didn't even they didn't need my input for them to be there. They're good people, and of course I'm happy that they were there,
Okay.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is I'm not taking credit for it because it's just no, it's not fair. Yeah.
Okay. What's your relationship with your Spanish fans and crowd?
I mean, we're Latinos, it all connects. It's good, there's good energy. I think the northern you go in Europe, the more uptight they are. They're more I like this, but I don't like that, and this or that. In Spain, France, Italy, they just want to have a good time and party, really. The only thing that they told me to not play reggaeton tonight. And I'm like, bro,
please don't.
No, because I watch a lot of Spanish memes, a lot, and there's this song called Menea tu Chapa, and I think it's fun as fuck. I get
it can be fun.
No, it is fun. No, but I don't even have it in my USB. But I just posted in my stories. I announced that tonight I'm gonna play, and I was like, man, tu chapa. And people were like, Rooler, don't you dare playing this. All in Spanish. They were saying, no puede pinchar reggaeton. I was like, bro, I'm not doing anything. I'm just putting a song in my But people are so uptight. But at the same time, it's bro, I'm the DJ. I do the fuck I want. Don't tell me what to do. I'm gonna do 2 hours of reggaeton. What you gonna do? You gonna leave? I leave then. No, I'm kidding, of course. But the nice thing about Spanish, but same with for France and Italian, they just want to party, the crowd just wants to party. That's the beauty of it. They're not really too religious about what they listen, I mean, as long as you do a good job as a DJ, they do a good job as a crowd, in the Netherlands they're way too uptight. When you DJ, they're always like, no, we don't do this, we don't dance to that, and it's it's a little bit
Okay, I'm going now to talk about music because we talked a lot about all night longs and everything. Now let's talk a little bit about music. This year you focus mainly on doing collabs. You have a lot of collabs, either released or unreleased. I have the list here: The Strikers, Soundrush, Greg Whelan, Dr. Peacock, Warface, and Darren Styles. I think I didn't miss any.
Correct.
What does working with all these different artists give to you?
Well, I've been struggling doing solo music. That's why I did mostly collabs, if I'm being honest.
Okay.
The last one that I did was Welcome to the Record Shop, and it's not exactly like a new song. Welcome to the Record Shop, it's a song from Activator.
Version, yeah.
No, Activator.
No, a version, like...
Sorry, a
Not
version.
from a
I was like,
version.
what?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, it's a cover, but from Activator, Welcome to the Record Shop. I of course, I did it my own way, but like, it's hard to take credit for such a song because like, it's not mine. Although the song, it's unbelievably different. It's the same thing, you know? But I've been struggling doing solo music. I was heavily uninspired. I still did collabs, and the collabs I really enjoy. Especially the one with Greg Whelan, it's my favorite one, back to back. It was a bit misunderstood, I guess, or not really picked up much, but it makes sense because like it's a very specific sound. But I really enjoy it. I like a lot the one with Warface. I like all of them, to be honest. Like even the one with Darren Styles, I wasn't believing in too much in it, but like it's such a good song. It's
really fun.
Yeah. The Strikers is also really nice. The Strikers collab was nice because like it was a solo song that I did like years ago, and I tried to give it to TNT, Sigmo. They all said nah. And then I was doing this collab with the Strikers, which wasn't that one. It was another one. I was like, guys, this is not working because you do like the do, and I really don't know what to do with this.
Yeah.
And I was like, do you like this? And I was like, dream of you. And I gave it to them. It's like, oh yeah, this can work. And I was like, oh, thank God, finally someone picked up this song.
They told me the same story because they were here at the studio.
Yeah, I know.
In June, so
yeah. It was. I was very happy that they finally took someone took the song because I really liked the vocal was so nice, and I liked the funkiness of it.
Yeah.
And they really played along. It was very nice, and yeah. Now, like I said, you said, "Oh, this is the year of collabs," but I didn't really want that. You know, I mean, I'm grateful, of course, that I still managed to make music with people that I like, because I don't make music just for the business. But at the same time, I have been really struggling with making solo music. But I don't know. I guess it's normal. You know, I don't really produce that much. I only make music when I feel like making music. But I don't really have a studio anymore now because I've been moving house, and the studio that I had before, I didn't like the way that it sound. I had a studio with Sigmo, but it's like in another city, and I don't really want to go there. I always make music on my laptop, but I don't know, it doesn't. I did all my collabs of this year on a laptop, you know, in my living room.
Yeah.
But I made a new song now. It's called Annoying Music. I do have like so many songs that I could do as a solo song, like a lot of by any means I don't want to downplay the people that I collaborated with, but some of those songs, which I'm not gonna say which ones, they could have been solo songs of mine, you know. But I don't know, I was just like, do I like this enough to be a solo song? I mean, maybe like this person can valorize it more or not. It's been a struggle to understand what type of direction I want to take, because like I don't really wanna go for something that pleases the masses just for selling records or being relevant. I truly just want to make good music. It's just that it's hard to arrive at a point where I'm like, okay, I'm truly satisfied. Because back in the days I was less worried. I didn't have much care about stuff. But now I have like a lot of responsibilities in my head, you know. Also like some sort of responsibility towards like the culture of, you know, hardstyle per se. And I don't really get excited when new music comes out, because it's usually just like something that doesn't really speak to me, you know. Not that it's bad, it's just it doesn't speak to me anymore. But like because no artist really inspires me much, then or challenges me enough, like I don't really feel like, oh, I should make like another song. And I don't want to make music just for the sake of making something, just to make music. Like for me, songs, they have to say something, even when they sound stupid, like maybe like, I don't know, too cold. They have to make sense. If you take them and you place them like this, they have to stand on their own. They don't have to like, you know, they're not too strong. Some of the collabs that I did this year, they didn't perform that good, and it shows. I wasn't believing much in them or the promotion. I think it always shows when an artist is doing certain things in a certain way. And it's also really hard to sell stuff to people and not sell in exchange of money, just sell the ideas, sell the visions. It's very hard because people these days, they're not really focused too much on buying stuff. Again, not exchange of money, but just like, it's hard. It's harder to speak to the younger generation because I'm not young anymore, you know? Yeah. I'm not pretending to be young, you know what I mean? Like, I know my age, I know what music I like to do. I'm not gonna do Zag or PVC kicks just to please some people. I will do it if the song requires me to do it.
Yeah, okay.
But I'm not gonna make those stuff just to please young people, you know what I mean? Like, we did some music, like for example with Sigmund or also with the Strikers or whatnot. It makes sense. If it makes sense that I do this for the song, hell yeah. If I do this to sell, no. Even if it makes a lot of money, I don't want it because it's I made music for the wrong reason, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does it make sense? You know. Like,
yeah, of course. Your upcoming release is Runaway, if I'm not mistaken. With
that looks like, yes.
Together with Soundrush, I think next week, and also with the Spanish vocalist Drin. Shout out to him.
Yeah. Amazing vocal. Yeah.
I have to say, I especially love this track.
Yeah,
and
same.
I was there when it was premiered at Rebirth Festival. How this collab come about?
So in December I was unbelievably depressed. I was incredibly sad, and I write a lot of sad melodies. People don't know much about it because I don't think it's necessary that they know. But I write a lot of like sad songs and stuff like that. But that day I was particularly sad, and I was like, okay, let me post some of the melodies that I write. And one of them was like, and like Soundrush replied to it, and it's like, oh, we love this. I don't know, I loved it. I don't know who wrote that.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay, here's the MIDI. Do something with it, you know, because because. That's a very annoying thing about music is like, although like an artist should always feel free to make anything, if I made Runaway on my own, people wouldn't believe that I made it, you know what I mean? And it's for me it's completely fine. By this I don't want to say that Soundrush didn't do anything on the song. They did a lot, way more than I did. But the melody, for example, is mine, and they did rearrange the chords and the second part of the melody, which is amazing. I love the way they did it. But yet, you know, would people believe that I wrote that melody? You know what I mean? So like, it's if I did Runaway on my own or whatever melody, it wouldn't be justified because like I've been doing like so much weird ass music for the whole time, you know. So like, I'm very happy that Soundrush took over and like they did what they did. Also, the song is amazing. It's very euphoric.
Yeah.
And I'm happy that like, you know, their name is first, so people like take it as a serious song, as in like they take it, okay, it's a Soundrush song, oh, it's a Rooler too, I wonder, it's good, like the song sounds mature, you know, and it's a good sound, it's not joking, you know, it's very serious, it's very intense. I'm happy a lot about the result. It's a type of song that in my head it was very nice if I made it on my own, but I don't have the balls to do it. I mean, because like then it wouldn't sell, you know. Like me and Sigma, we did this song like what was the fucking name of it? Lost and Found, was it? Yeah. It doesn't sound like me or Sigma, you know, and then people don't listen to it because it doesn't really say anything. But please say.
For example, Save Me.
Yeah,
it's also really melodic. And really euphoric.
Yeah. Save Me was a song of Sigmo that he wrote, and then I heard it and I was like, yo, this is a bang. It's unbelievably good.
It is.
And we gave it to Vertal because we really wanted the vocal to be sung by him and also like have his leads and like everything. But Vertal heard it and like we tried for so many months to work on the song with him. But Vertal said, yeah, but the song, I cannot do anything on it. It's already that, you know, like.
It had the vocals it has right now, or
no, the original vocal. I don't know if it was a sample because it's Sigmund's product. I don't know, but we wanted Vertal to sing it, so we asked him, "Can you sing for us?" And he said, "No, I only sing on my songs." I was like, "Okay, then let's make it a collab." He wouldn't have problem to sing the vocals, but like to contribute to the song, you need to contribute to the song, and the song was already finished.
Yeah.
Not finished in terms of like, okay, it's ready to go, but like it had all it didn't need his input.
You wouldn't change anything on the track.
Yeah, and we gave it to Crowdex, which they didn't change that much of like, for example, the melody, but they did get oh fuck, I'm missing the name. But the guy that sang Kerosene from
Becco,
them.
I think
Becco, yeah, the Italian guy, Becco. He sang also on Save Me, and then they did the whole second part.
Yeah.
I love the song so much.
Worry,
No, it's my favorite song, like that we did in like definitely.
Mine too.
Thank you. But like, yeah, it's just that like initially, I love Vertel's voice. Maybe that's why I'm very biased. I really like him and I really like his voice. But it's gonna be another occasion, to make music with him for sure.
Fine.
Yeah.
Going back to Soundrush, because we already moved a
we
bit.
digress. Yeah.
You will be playing at his event in January, and you will be doing a special Italian classic set, which you already mentioned also before that you love playing that type of music. And also, you mentioned that you did the Italo dance set at Defqon.1, which are like different styles that what you do usually when playing. How much do you like to step outside of the box and play these different styles? And
again, you should ask people, because for me it's not that difficult. You should ask people how difficult it is for them to understand that I don't only do that. But I'm not a jukebox. I don't want to be like a freestyle DJ. I'm a hardstyle artist that does hardstyle music. It's just that I happen to really enjoy doing some other stuff in the meantime. But my attitude towards what I do is still hardstyle always. Even if when I play hardcore, I'm still a hardstyle artist that plays hardcore. You know what I mean? Like, when I play Italian hardstyle classics, like again, like TNT or Zatox, the Rebels, all that stuff, it's Christopher playing it from when I was younger. It's not Rooler, but the outlet is Rooler, because obviously I'm on stage with the glasses and the being Rooler. But I'm not playing. I cannot explain to people how much I enjoy not being in need to play my own music, to sell stuff, and also like I don't wanna. I don't know how much I can say about things, but like I don't need to be paid to play that music. I mean, Soundrush, they do pay me, but like because it's a gig. But I'm not playing my music, so I'm booked as Rooler, but not to play Rooler music. It's very weird. Yeah. I don't know how to say this, but like for me, it's a true pleasure to do that. You know what I mean? If I have to do a Rooler set, of course, like a modern age, like stuff that I do, of course, it's a booking, it's a business and whatnot, and I obviously enjoy it. But I would love to just appear somewhere, that they need. Oh, I need someone that opens. Yeah, I'll do it. I don't need, to be official or announced, or I don't want to be the main star. I told them, because like, they asked me if I wanted to play it there. I don't remember exactly how it went, because I think it was a voice conversation. Otherwise, I will show you the messages. But like, I think it was like that they were wondering if I would play for them, and I said, yeah, of course. And truth be told, they were a little bit worried about the budget, and I said, no, don't worry about it. I don't care. Like, it's not, I'm good. I don't need like the insane huge budget. It's whatever, because when you put on a show, you need to pay a lot of artists, and you have a lot of things involved. It's so like you try to trim down what you can. I do it all the time as well with my own events. I was like, guys, it's no problem. I don't remember if they wanted me to play classics, because I told them how much I like classics. I don't know if it was their idea or it was my idea, but anyway, in the end, no, I tell you what it was, because they wanted me, but they were worried about like when to put me on the timetable.
It will be the closing.
And I was like, you can even put me at the beginning. I was like, what do you mean? I was like, I can play classics for you. Yeah. Although I don't enjoy like getting paid to play classics, because it's unethical for me to get money to play music from like somebody else. As in, like, you could book the TNT, to play that, but it goes beyond. Like, I do more than that. It's not only TNT, of course, but like, I told them I would gladly open an event, and they were, I wouldn't say worried, but they were like thinking, is it really okay for you to open an event? Isn't like downplaying yourself? And I was like, yeah, but that's kind of the point of like this whole thing. Like, I don't need to be the main star. It's your event. I don't need the best spot of the day. I just want to DJ, the stuff that I like. I don't need to come there and play like, Too Cold or shit. I can just play like TNT, technology. You know what I mean? I don't care. For me, it's fine. It's cool. It's just having a good time.
And how about the Italo dance set we had just?
Italo dance is music that I grew up in the 90s, because I'm from 94, and my mom, like, she's from 74. So like when she was like only 20, she had me, and like in the 90s, 95 to 2000, like that was the peak of Italo dance. Gigi D'Agostino and Prezioso, Marvin, all these people, like, and I grew up like listening my mom playing that music in the car, like Hitmania Dance 2000 from Italy. It was amazing. It was amazing music, and I think that was like the earliest hardstyle that I could listen to. Obviously it wasn't hardstyle, but like the that was already there. The reverse bass was already me when I was a kid, and my mom didn't know, of course, but like but anyway, with Adjust, it was so random because I don't remember exactly when. I think one time that we went in Scotland, I believe we were in the same van to go there to the party. And back then I didn't know the guy much, and he said something like, that I grew up with Italian music. I was like, yeah, sure, buddy. It's like something that you would say just to please me. No, the motherfucker knows the same stuff that I do. It's not only exclusive to Italy. Also just because you're not Italian, you want to impress me. No, the guy knows because his father also made him listen like Italian stuff like Italo dance. I mean, in the end, it was like very famous music. It wasn't only Italian.
My dad played me some.
There you go. But I kind of understand more if it's like a Spanish or whatnot, But in the Netherlands, in the Netherlands, you had a big musical culture, like you had like other stuff. But anyway, regardless, like the guy starts to sing Gabri Ponte, like some songs, and I was like, motherfucker knows the lyrics word by word. And then I don't know how we got to that point, but I once said to Adjust, would you like to play a set at Defqon together, like doing Italo dance? And he was like, yeah, of course. And we just did it. I don't know, that's simple. If I'm being honest, it was one of the best things that I've done ever as a DJ. I was kind of worried about the location because I was like, come on, this is kind of like, it looks like a C series place that like, you don't even get a nice sound or whatnot. Yeah. In reality, it was amazing. I mean, it was still shit sound, but but the vibe was so good, And I really want to ask Q-Dance to do it on an actual stage. I don't want to steal the spot to anybody. We can even open again. Like, I don't care. But I want like a nice sound system. I really want to play that music on a sound system, like a good one, because that one was like a pop-up car. It was like one of those things. It was so nice. I love Just Michelino is such a good guy, and the crowd was so many Italians, and they were singing the songs, and the non-Italian people, they didn't understand shit, but they were vibing so much. It's good that I'm like popular, so I also attract like other people, not only Italians, but at the same time I was like, I feel sorry because you don't understand how good this thing is, but like the vibe really spoke for us. Yeah.
It was great, yeah.
And
going back to the music, you mentioned Annoying Music.
Yeah.
Yesterday you shot the video clip, as I saw on Instagram. I guess it's going to be released soon. What can you tell us about the track? It's
going to be released on the 20th of November, which is one day before my birthday. What can I tell you about the song? I don't know. It's a very mature song. I hope I don't offend anybody when I say this, but it's my Live Forever. Like, when Headhunters made Live Forever, by any means it's not as good. But what I'm saying is like what Live Forever represents for Headhunters, Annoying Music represents for me. I feel like I made that song, and I was so unsure about the song. I was so overworking it. And it's usually not something that I do because I was very I really wanted to go through the way that I wanted. And I had so much problems with myself. I was like, am I doing this? Am I still good? And I started to spiral down into depression and fucking asking myself, am I doing the right thing? Why am I doing this? Just for this song. And the song is good at the end. I hope people will like it too. Of course, I love the song, the result. But it is a hardstyle song, but it has so much of the things that I like about hardstyle, but not in a hardstyle way. It's very hard. But one thing that I love about old school hardstyle is that it's annoying and repetitive. That's why it says repetitive, annoying, distorted. Because I enjoy so much. For example, what was Oh My God by Techno Boy, Deep Dub, and it's like, I'm wasting your time, motherfucker, you and time, motherfucker. And it goes for 1 minute, motherfucker, you and time. I love that it's just repetitive. That's what I like about hardstyle. And these days, without criticizing anybody specific, but there's too much diversity happening in fucking 20 seconds,
That's right.
You have 16 billion kicks and kick rolls, which I'm guilty too because I did so much of that together with Malice back in the days or the gang. I get it. But it's almost only that again. And I really enjoy about this song that there's this sound, it's just repetitive the whole fucking time. It never changes. It never goes anywhere else than that. and the kicks are like exactly how I like them. They're not too hard, they're not too soft, they're just the sweet spot that I like. It's not a song like Too Cold or like Move to the Beat. It's more similar than it is to Move to the Beat, actually, because Move to the Beat is like a swag song. It's not exactly a song that I made like, okay, this is gonna make people go this way or that. I just make it the song because I wanted to make that song. And when I made Annoying Music, when I finally managed to make Annoying Music, I was like, there's no way I made this, because like it doesn't drop as hard as it should, but I don't care. Like, it just sounds good to me. And one thing that I always do to know that a song is finished is slowing the song or making faster. If a song,
I saw
exactly,
the review.
For me, truly, I truly mean this. First of all, I stand up and dance to it and see if it moves me, it moves everybody else. But then I slow it down. If the song sounds good frequency wise and like vibe wise, if it sounds good at different BPMs, that's a hit. For me, that's a hit. And then I was listening to it, like, as always, I was like 155, 150, 140. I listened to the 145 version. I was like, this sounds better than the fast one. Truly, like, the main party sounds so much better than the fast one. So the release is gonna have like the original mix is gonna be like 160, and it was gonna have the slower version too.
Really?
Yeah.
I was going to ask you finally. Which BPM are you?
Yeah, 145. Yeah. But I knew it all along. What I did for Instagram and TikTok is it's whatever. But I already knew all the time. Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm gonna also release a vinyl. In the vinyl, I'm not gonna release the slow version because it makes no sense. You can also slow it. If you have a vinyl player, you can slow it yourself. Like on the plate, of course, on the fucking, how you call it, the center of the vinyl. I don't know.
I don't know.
Well, whatever. That
English,
part there, I don't know. It says all the details. It says the song is in G. It's 160 BPM, but it says it works slower. It works lovely at slower BPMs too.
Okay.
Because it's true. Like, if you slow it down, for me it sounds unbelievably good. And it's gonna be limited copies, and the language of the song, it's black and white. So like, it's a full black cover. It says Annoying Music. I can show you if you want.
Okay.
I love it. I love the artwork. It's so nice. It took me 2 minutes to make it because like there's no graphic, there's no nothing. But it's impactful. It's not laziness, you know. Like, I really wanted to look like specifically like that. And we're working now to do the vinyl as we speak. Now they finished the record, and I'm very looking forward because it's my first vinyl. You know, I did have vinyls before, but they were like fan made. They were not really true vinyls. At this time, I'm actually producing a real vinyl, and I'm like very excited.
Really curious to see.
And sorry.
And to listen to the track also, because I haven't listened to the whole, only the part you uploaded to.
Yeah. Okay, so it's gonna look like this.
But
wait,
it looks...
can you zoom? I don't know. Well,
no.
Someone will zoom. I don't know. And yeah, of course, like this is a mock-up because like it's gonna have the insert. I'm gonna sign everyone. Yeah. And here, wait, let me see. I really want to show you because it's a nice product. Yeah, this is the sleeve. So this is the front. Hold up, it's a PDF. It's very big. Okay, so it's very. This is the front, all right. A Rooler Annoying Music ARGang 2025, and in the back, Obnoxious Annoying Repetitive Disorder, which is also like this.
I was going to.
Yeah. I didn't put this on just to do the promo, but like it's something that I truly stand behind. Like, I really like. I love. What does it say?
Obnoxious.
I love obnoxious, annoying, repetitive, distorted music because it's true. Like, I mean. Not only hardstyle is that, and in fact, like when it comes to this specific merch, I didn't want ARGang or my face, nothing. It doesn't say Ruler or anything. Anybody can wear this because, like, you know, techno music is distorted and repetitive, you know, and so has been EDM for ages, you know, and dubstep or whatnot. I want to appeal to like more people, not only to like my people. But nevertheless, it's a hardstyle song. But yeah, and I know it's a song that I'm very proud of. It scares me if it will go good or not, which makes me think it's a good song, you know.
Okay. I hope it will be good.
At
least the part that you uploaded sounded really, really Ruler and really, really good. So.
It has a zag and it has a techno kick. It has a trancey kick. It's a Ruler song, and about the vinyl, I'm gonna release also the instrumental inside of it, which I believe it's because the vocal it's so meaningful for me, but I really want people to hear the song without the vocal because there are some things that you don't hear with the vocal on top. Yeah.
Okay, now let's change a little bit the topic, and I want to ask you. your opinion, because lately I feel that a lot of artists, just like you said with the events, are like doing the same, a really similar sound and everything, and I think they lack like I wouldn't. I don't want to say this and sound.
I'll say it.
Yeah, like personality, like or unique selling point, or something that makes them different to everyone else. I think that you have this personality, these unique selling points, and everything. So, why do you think? Do you agree with me first? Like, do you think they have to the artist to be? I don't know how to explain myself. To be more successful, do you think they have to have these things?
Well, I want to say that I think throughout history we always had like a lot of people that didn't really mean much per se to the scene, as in like, and I hope I'm not saying this wrong because I really don't want to offend anybody, but like we had a lot of artists that they really were meant to be. The thing is, there's a lot of people that want to be artists, but they're not destined to be artists. That it's not their thing. It's just that like, in order to understand that, they go on stage and experiment like that. But sometimes we're giving too much spot to people that are just not really bringing anything to the scene, because just because you can DJ doesn't mean that you should be a DJ, you know? Like, as in, I can cook a dish, that doesn't make me a chef, you know what I mean? These days, we are giving a lot of space to people that they didn't really work hard for it. A lot of people work hard in the background and they show it later on. You know, for instance, I wanna say maybe Vertal was like someone that, to my experience, it arrived out of nowhere. But the guy worked a lot before, and he has a lot of musical background and so on and so forth. So like, maybe at first, I remember I was a little bit like hesitant about Vertal. I was like, why is this guy all of a sudden fucking everybody? Not fucking everybody. It's like, sorry, fucking everywhere.
Everywhere, yeah.
Sorry, my bad. Why is this guy fucking everywhere? Like, I see him all the time. Who the fuck is this guy? He didn't do any song. You know what I mean? But of course, it showed up to be like a good artist, because in the end, like, if you're not meant to be there, you're not gonna be there. Like, it's just that like what you see right now is just that like the saturation leads to like a lot of emptiness. Like, it's just like, you have a lot of nothing. When you have too much choice, then there's no choice, you know. And I want to thank you for what you said before, that like, oh, I look different and whatnot, but like, there's a lot of people that are like, I don't think I'm the voice of the truth or anything. It's just that like, I still consider myself a fan, or maybe not as much as I used to be, but like, I think I'm good at like understanding things to what they are. I can see it. I'm very biased when it comes to certain things, but I can see that the scene is suffering. When I say the scene is suffering, it's mostly the DJs are suffering, because the people, they seem to be doing just fine. They go to other parties and they're just fine. But like, of course, we have a lot of DJs that they don't have much personality, but it's always been the case. But I'm not worried about those people, because if they're not meant to stay, they will not stay. You know. You know, do you DJ? Are you a DJ? No. If you hang out with me for like a year, you will want to be a DJ, but that's not your thing. You know what I mean? Yeah, because I show you how much I like it and how much I do it, and maybe you will want to do it too, but that's not your thing. You know what I mean? But there's a lot of people that skip that thing, and they're like, oh, I have so many friends that want to be a DJ. Maybe I can be a DJ too. But no, not everybody has to. You know. It's just like, it also depends who we're looking at, because if we only look at the Netherlands, it's just a little bubble, you know, that contains a lot, and it resonates a lot with the world, but that's not the only thing. The Netherlands is this big and the world is this big, you know what I mean? Of course, we take that as an example because that's where the most things happen, but like, most of the artists that play in the Netherlands, they stay in the Netherlands. They're just there. You know, the scene is very healthy when you go away from the Netherlands. You know, like the artists that they're meant to be successful and DJ, they DJ outside the Netherlands. That's the real challenge. It's a big challenge well, not anymore, to be honest, but it used to be a big challenge to arrive on stage in the Netherlands. Nowadays, anybody can do it, really. But the real challenge is stepping outside. Do 10 meters away from the border with Germany. Let's see if they know you in Germany. That's the real challenge. Or Germany, Belgium, you name it. real success comes when you show that you can be outside the Netherlands too, because the Netherlands is just a bubble. They like weird ass music all the time. They used to like us, and our stuff was weird as fuck back in the days, but it's the moment that we started to do different stuff, that's when we stepped out, and we were kind of not wanted. When we're kind of not wanted anymore in the Netherlands, which makes perfectly sense. I think the scene it's suffering, the events are suffering or not, but like, what can I tell you, man? Like it also depends what was the goal here, because like, for instance, I don't need to be on stage all the time. I'm doing just fine, like not being on stage all the time. I accept that like I'm not as popular as I used to be in the Netherlands. I mean, I am. Everybody knows me in that regard, but like I don't appeal to the kids the way that maybe Dual Damage do, and that's just fine for me. When I arrived in the Netherlands, it was a struggle. It's a big word, but like I could see how the big ones were looking at us weird because we were stealing their spot, and they hated us for it. But we did it. We stole their spot, and those people are gone. Like. And that's just how it is. It's just how it works. Like I don't need to appeal to anybody. Like we get some requests in the Netherlands. We don't get them. We say no to them because we don't really want to be there. We understand that it's not really our target anymore. There are some parties that I like to do, some not. But yeah, I can see the things are like not as good as they used to be. But it also, again, truly depends what's the goal here. Because obviously from the promoter perspective, they have to make money. Of course, we all care somewhat about the culture, who more, who less. We kind of all care about hardstyle and hardcore and whatnot. But at the end of the day, promoters want to make money, and so do DJs. One way or another. So that's kind of the worry. When I tell you that like my event is not like selling, is not like a shit. Like I did sell a lot of tickets, but compared to what we expected, we could be better.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, we'll see. I for example, if I can speak for myself, I'm keep working the way that I think it's best for me and for my brand, and if it's not working anymore, if I'm really not doing good anymore, it's hard to blame it on somebody else all the time. There is a oversaturation and a crisis, but it also starts from us as a DJs and promoters, so yeah.
Okay. And talking about DJing, you've always said that you are more a DJ rather than a producer.
I was born producer and I became a DJ, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how did you become a DJ? Where did this love for DJing start for you?
Well, I was born as a producer in the sense that like, quite literally, I started making music before DJing. I DJed many years after I started producing. Yeah. And it was never that interesting. It was always interesting, but I never dug deep in like the whole mixing and.
You didn't focus on that.
No, because it's not needed.
Yeah.
What's most important as a DJ, as an entertainer, is make the crowd dance. It's the track list that counts. It's the song selection. Like what I do, it's a lot of extra. It's very not needed. I just really enjoy doing that. What I think makes me special, like in the way that I do it, is just that, like I have taste for what people might like, and I have eyes to see when things are not going good, so I can always fix it. That's called reading the crowd. That's what a DJ should do. In the meantime, I also happen to do a lot of mashups and stuff. They don't always work, but when they do, it's amazing. That's kind of what makes me special and makes me me. But like, I always enjoyed producing, of course, a lot. But I don't know, when I started to perform a lot, and like I discovered that I was in Australia, in Sydney, at this club called Massive, and I accidentally mashed up like one song with another. I was like, oh, that sounds good, and nothing new, of course. I didn't invent the wheel or anything, but like for myself, I did. Like I was like, oh, I never did this. It's risky, and I started to strip down the things that I needed to DJ. Like usually DJs need headphones, and I was like, no, I don't want to bring them because I love the adrenaline of not having. Well, tonight I have the headphones because I need them, but like usually I go around and what happens is a risk. I know my songs very well, but not having headphones puts me at risk, and it gives me the adrenaline. And I DJ in a certain way with hot cues. I don't do it the standard way, not because anybody asked me to. It's just that like if I start to get bored of what I do, then not gonna do it. You
It's
know,
not like putting challenge to yourself.
yeah. Sometimes they're very not necessary because like I could make my life way easier than I do. But like, yeah, I mean, yeah. I enjoyed most of the times when the mashup is very good, people don't even notice that it's a mashup because it's very good.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, did anybody fucking notice that? You know, but that's kind of the point, you know, like, you know, but I really enjoy the little mistakes here and there too. It makes it very human or not. Cause like, I've done for many years the A, B, B, A sets. Like you just mix the intro, 16 bars. It's just, I get it. It works when the songs are good and the track list is good. It kind of doesn't matter if you do mashups or not. But for me, if I start to get bored of that, I'm not gonna be going after the money. Then I really want to have fun. And if I don't have fun anymore, I don't do this for the money. So I'm just gonna change job, and I don't want to change job. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I need to make it interesting. You know, and playing that many hours makes it challenging because it's music that I grew up with, but I never DJ. Well, now I did, but like the first time that I played at Boat's house for all night long, 5 hours, I never even rehearsed before. I was playing music that I just listened when I was a kid in my iPod. You know, so it was exciting.
Okay, and at Defqon Legends, you did a joke together with Warface.
Yeah.
Because you were at the front of the stage and there was a transition of 2 tracks going on.
Yeah.
Obviously, that set was fully pre-recorded.
The thing is like Q-Dance asked us to like whenever, because we knew the songs before, we had like the little slice of sets, like this is what we're gonna play for you.
I think an artist like uploaded a picture backstage and it was like a screen with all the timestamps.
Yeah, but people are naive to think that like that stuff is not pre-recorded, and I don't even blame anybody for doing that. Like, of course, I love real DJing and shit, but like it's a show, you know? Like when you go to the cinema, you don't have Leo DiCaprio doing in front of you, you know? Like it's a fucking movie, you know? Of course, like Q-Dance are amazingly good at doing shows. Anyway, they give us, like everybody else, like a little slice of the set. Okay, this is what we're gonna play. This moment you have to come up. This moment you have to do this. You have to do that.
So they also told you when you have to go to the front stage.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, but it's a rehearsal. I mean, we didn't rehearse before, but they told us, okay, at this time this happens, and you have to do this, and that. On the screens they have like for the power hour they have, but also for this really, for anything that it's like show wise they have like down to the second. At this second, a Rooler has to go on stage, and at this second, he has to fuck off the stage. It makes sense. That's what makes them. You know what I mean? It's their thing. Yeah. Anyway, the little joke with Warface was just that, like, we received the audio, and we heard it. I was like, okay, cool. But, like, Q-Dance asked us if we could, like, go back on stage and pretend.
Yeah, pretend you're
and I was like, no. I mean, I didn't tell them. I'm sorry, Q-Dance, but
I have to say they didn't show it on the.
I know. No, they did on the live stream, I think.
Maybe but on the live stream,
but they did not
on the record uploaded. It's not.
Maybe someone filmed. No, someone filmed it as Selector. I think he uploaded on Instagram. But anyway,
I saw Selector.
Exactly. So like, they. But it's a normal request from their side. Like, can you go and pretend that you're mixing so it makes it real? But I was like, for me, it's way more real to not do that. You know what I mean? It's the same with the gang. I love Sigmo, but Sigmo wants to put the hands on the mixer. And I was like, Ale, I don't give a shit if people like see that it's pre-recorded. We have a visual that says on the screen it's pre-recorded. Why would I even, you know? And it's not like that. He just doesn't want people to think too much about it. But I think the more you try, the more that's when they see it. And I prove all the time that I'm a good DJ, you know, that I can DJ at least. I don't need to pretend that I'm DJing when it's a pre-recorded. I hate that. I have a lot of pre-recorded set in my SDs, a lot of Rooler Live, The Gang, Aggressive Act. I have like, I don't know, 20 fucking pre-recorded sets. If I ever play a pre-recorded set as Rooler, I don't think it will happen again. If it will happen, I'll literally just do this. There's no reason, you know what I mean? It's whatever. Yeah. You know, it's cool. And if people don't like it, amen. Like, I don't know. And anyway, what we did on stage, I said to Yuri, shall we pretend that we're mixing? I was like, oh yeah, Yuri. It was so fun. Because like, it's such a stupid thing. But people are like, they think that that's a funny thing, like, but it's just, nobody else does it. And, you know, they don't have to do it. But like, It's not that deep. It's not that serious, you know. It's whatever, you know. I thought it was a funny moment. Like Yuri can Yuri is a Dutch guy, but deep down he's Italian, you know. Like he doesn't give a shit like I do, you know. Like it's cool. He's from the south, that's why, you know, from the Southern Netherlands. I don't know. It was just cool. It worked out fine, and I'm surprised that people even picked that up. You know, like for me, it's just
I was at maybe the 10th row. Let's say.
Of course, yeah,
So
yeah, I know.
Yeah. And I was like, hey, look at what he's doing.
Of course, in the back they don't see it, but I know. But I get that why it's funny, but at the same time I'm like, yeah, but is it even surprising that they were not mixing? I mean,
no, of course,
it's too perfect. It's too clean to be a real mix. Well, it's fine. Yeah.
So you as a person, as a DJ producer who loves DJing, what's your opinion on not only like pre-recorded sets, but also, do you think it's really necessary that, for example, a live show has to be pre-recorded to make sure everything works perfectly? Or do you think it could be actually mixed live?
It depends what's the goal. It depends which event, which DJ, which show. It depends what. Like, I don't think anything is necessary, you know. It's not necessary to DJ, it's not necessary to pre-record it. I think it's important that we entertain. We're entertainers, you know. Okay. Of course, DJ means disc jockey, so like someone that jockey the discs, like that actually mix records, you know. But we've been stretching the definition for years and years, you know. Like, so at this point, we're just doing stuff. Of course, like if we go behind like the ethic, DJ should DJ and that. Of course, I'm the first one that loves DJing, but at the same time, you know, like you could get mad of anything, you know, like not everything that I play is exactly done on the spot. Like some mashups, I did them years ago, and they already have the vocal on top of a mashup and this and that. You know what I mean? Like it's as long as the crowd is dancing, that's what matters. I think people are getting too demanding because, you know, it's good to know who you have in front, but you're there to dance. You know what I mean? To dance. So if they start saying, this will never happen, by the way, but because the average girl doesn't care if the DJ is mixing or not, or the average guy, really. Of course, you have some motherfuckers that are like, oh yeah, you hear? This is fake, is it? It's a minority, and of course, like it's because everything goes online and you can see stuff and whatnot, you know. But you can never truly, this is the most cliche thing, but you can never please anybody, you know. If there's a girl DJing, they will say she sucked dicks to get there. If you see a guy mixing and the lights happen to not reflect on the CDJ, they think it's off, so you are pre-recorded. You mix with records, but they're not the good records. You know what I mean? Like it's whatever. I think it's good to be honest. Like I said before, I have no problem saying that the gang is pre-recorded, Aggressive Act was pre-recorded, and Ruler Live was pre-recorded. Fine. I don't have any issue saying it because I sleep just fine, knowing that the next day I will DJ, you know, regularly, and I'll fine. I can DJ with vinyls, I can DJ with CDJs, I can DJ with my phone if I want to. I don't care. I think it's the most important is when people dance. People have to dance. That's the only thing that I care about, you know? Yeah. The rest is just too much worry, you know. Like fans, of course, it's nice. The more curious people, it's cool that they want to know, because I was like that too. For example, I will tell you this: when I was very young in 2011, I was watching Randy playing at Defqon. No, in 2012, watching Randy playing at the Defqon main stage, and I was like, yeah, motherfucker's pre-recorded, because I didn't see headphones, but the guy had in-ears. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's ignorance. Sometimes you don't know. You just don't know. You know, you could accuse me of being pre-recorded simply because I literally don't wear headphones ever, because I don't bring them. I'm not pre-recorded. I could DJ like this with one hand, and it goes to, you know, it's in my blood. But people like to complain about anything these days, you know. I do too. I don't say it out loud. But a lot of people do it, and that's kind of the issue.
Okay, good answer. And now let's move a little bit and let's talk about Aggressive Records, your label.
AR Gang.
AR Gang is growing and growing every year. In the past years, you've signed some artists, some really cool artists. You're doing a lot of takeovers, also a Defqon after party. So it looks like it keeps rising and rising. What's the next step for the label, in case there's any?
I don't know. I think we're just I don't know. We are very very spontaneous people, as in like we don't really plan that much ahead. We do have like Edo and Berber are the people that work behind the scenes. They are a little bit more organized than us, but we're just people. We're just kids, you know. We're not really. We're not corporate people. Like I think we did like AR 100, like the release number 100.
Oh.
We could have done like so much more. It's just a normal release. You know what I mean? Like we don't really plan stuff ahead. Like we're approaching November now, and we should already be working on like stuff for next year, the whole year. They are in the background, but like more like I'll give you a shit example. Like if I always wanted to do like a bomber jacket for AR Gang.
Yeah.
Amazing bomber jackets were stitching and whatnot. In order to do that for let's say September, you have to work on in January, the year before. Because it takes a long time, and we just don't do any of that. We're not lazy. We're all doing our own thing. We're very, you know. So I mean, we are growing because I think like the artists are driven. The music is good. Rise Shift are doing amazing. Crowdex are doing amazing. Me and Sigma are being like sleeping off a little bit, but like it's good. You know, like you know, Malice is doing its thing, and you know, Mish and Levenkan, they're all doing their thing. We're very spontaneous. I really don't wanna. I don't want to take too much credit because, like, honestly, like, I don't want to boost myself too much. What I want to say, but like, I think we're doing good because we're doing good. You know what I mean? We're not really doing something that it's not us. We're doing what we like. We're all very spontaneous. We're truthful to our thing. You know, there's not really next steps that I could tell you. I would like to sign someone else at some point. No, not someone else. Another artist.
Yeah.
But again, we don't need it as of now. If the moment requires it, we will sign somebody. If we want to do a certain event, we will do it or not. It's tough to say. We go with the flow a lot, which sometimes it works amazingly good, sometimes very not, because you have to be planning a lot of things ahead sometimes, and we're not really the best at it.
Okay. And now a more personal question.
Yeah.
Do you have still any dream yet to be fulfilled, either on a professional or on a personal level of your life?
No, I never really work with dreams or goals or anything. I like to do good. I like to be. I like to do great stuff, great music, great merch, great events, great shows. I don't want to be the best. I just want to do good things. You know, I want people to be happy. It's devotion. You know, you making people happy. You know, it makes me happy. It makes me keep going. You know, I don't. Maybe if you could say that that's a dream, then yeah, sure, I'll keep doing the same thing. Yeah. I always say this, and I probably said this a million times, but the only event that I wanted to play when I was a kid was Loudness. I played there many times, and the rest, it's, you know, it's a direct consequence of like doing good music. You know, it brings me to certain places. I envy artists that they say, oh yeah, next year I will do this, and they will do that. You know what I mean? I envy, not because I cannot do it and I wish, but it's more like that they have the type of energy that they impose something to themselves and they work with goals. Sigmund is a lot like that. If he wants to do that, he will go get that. And I can do too, but I'm really, I don't know, I live a lot week by week, day by day, but you know, in a healthy way. I'm also planning a lot for the future, but like, I go with the flow a lot, you know. As long as I do what I like, I think that pays me off enough emotionally and financially, you know.
Okay.
And career-wise, of course.
Okay. And now to finish the interview,
Yeah.
I have some questions going a little bit more into your personal side.
Yeah.
You mentioned that last year at December you had several issues and everything. You had to stop touring. How are you right now regarding this topic?
Well, right now, today I had a really bad day. I just woke up not in the mood, you know. I hope, you know, of course people will see this afterwards, but like hopefully tonight will go good, but it will, because I like to be on stage. But like, it's ups and downs, man. Like it's, I don't want to get too deep into it, not because I don't want to tell you, but because it will take me a long time.
I understand.
But yeah, I mean, what happened to me in December, I was like, I had such personal issues that I figured it was best not to even go out of my house. I just wasn't happy. I just wasn't in the mood to do anything, and that lasted way longer than that. It's just that I didn't want to stretch it too much. Some people would say it's not wise or not, whatever. But in January, I wasn't ready to be on stage, and I went on stage. I shouldn't have, but I did, and I did for a long time afterwards. You know, even recently, I'm not always doing good. Like sometimes I'm doing very bad. But I'm not the only one. You know, it's I just happen to be Rooler. But I'm just there's a lot of people that go through the same stuff. I couldn't tell you what it is. I mean, I'm not doing bad, but like I mean. It's hard sometimes, to go on stage and to be a certain person, then coming back home and you're a different person, But yeah, I don't want to scare anybody. Like I'm doing good, I'm not suicidal or shit. But it's with all due respect, who has like goes through that. But like, yeah, I'm doing therapy. I'm some days are very happy, some days are sad. I think that's pretty much normal. Yeah. I would say that being an artist of my level really amplifies a lot. I mean, the base of my persona was already like that for sure when I was a kid, when I was in Rooler, but like definitely being, sorry for saying this, famous, like it definitely amplifies everything a lot. And it's hard sometimes to be straight and doing things in a certain way, because you don't want to show people too much, not because they don't deserve to know, but it's because they don't need to know. It's people, you go to parties to distract themselves. I don't want them to see that I'm also doing bad, It's cool, like when I go on stage, I'm me, It's very, very difficult that I show a sad face on stage. Like I have to go through the worst shit possible to be sad on stage. But when I go on stage, I do my thing. I'm good.
Okay, I have to say that I feel it's important that an artist like you say all this stuff, because I think it's something that maybe some other big names in our industry suffer the same, but they don't say it. And in the end, you're also human. You're normal people, I would say. And you have like the same problems we also
yeah,
have.
Of course. But at the same time, I also want to point out that like saying this stuff, like it's I don't want to be pitied, I don't want to receive messages saying, oh my God, I hope you're doing okay. Like I'm happy when like people text me and they can relate to me and they say I'm also going through the same stuff. I get that, but I don't need those like those texts that they say like oh my God, I heard this. You know what I mean? Because I'm not more special than anybody else. I just happen to be Ruler in the, like I said, that's the only difference.
I think it also.
But yeah, for sure, it's good to highlight. They say, of course. But I don't know. Sometimes I ask myself, do I need to highlight? Because like I can't highlight it as a person or as an artist. You know what I mean?
I get it.
I don't want any sort of like a favoritism from the people just because they see an artist in front of themselves instead of a person. I'm a person in the first place. But right now, if I could take off my glasses, I become a Christopher again. But like, of course, they know that I'm Ruler. But I don't want any, again, favoritism. I don't want them to listen more to my music because they can relate more to me because if they think I'm sad or, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just a person like everybody else, You would need to make another podcast just to speak about that, but that would be therapy, and not in the end, I'm an artist, so I should talk about artist stuff.
Okay.
Without admitting, not admitting that I'm also not doing the best, it's completely fine.
Fine. And I guess one of the big issues within being an artist is all this traveling that you are all the weekends far from home.
Yeah, but nobody forced me to.
Yeah.
It's literally my own choice. Yeah. You know what I mean?
But how, I was going to ask you, and this is the last question of the interview, how do you manage your time with traveling, with being on the studio?
You need to do a podcast with my tour manager, because I don't do shit of anything. Sometimes I don't even know where we're going. Yeah. Sometimes I don't even know where I'm playing. I decide to only focus on the creative stuff. For the longest time, I was the most precise motherfucker. I would know everything about everyone and anyone. When I hired Dalu, at first, I was like still like that. Then I was slowly getting to lazier and lazier, knowing less and less. He does everything for me. My time, like, how do I manage? I don't know, bro. Like everybody else. Like I just do what I can. Of course, like I value my time I always want to be home with my cats. That's what I care the most about. But if I have to DJ, it's work, you know. It's my duty. And like I said before, nobody forced me. The doctor didn't tell me that I have to go in Spain to DJ for 6 hours, you know. It's my own choice. I'm here willingly, you know. There's not much to complain. And if you know how many flights I took so far since January?
How many?
Today's the 100th flight that I took. Yeah, counting them.
Too many.
No, not too many. It's good. It means that I'm doing good. I mean, I travel also privately, but like, I mean, you know, it wasn't a flex or anything. Just what I'm saying is like, it's a lot of flights, but it's my job. I think, you know, in a way, it takes more courage to wake up every day at 6 to go to work doing an 8 hours job. But I did that, so I know that.
I do that.
Yeah. It's also it's hard for artists to let normal people understand that like what we do, it's unbelievably demanding. Like it's very demanding because again, it's a choice. You know, if I was to travel for work, as in like for a corporate job, people maybe they're more understanding because they're like, oh yeah, your job requires you to fly. But when you say you're a DJ, obviously they immediately think, oh, it's fun. It must be amazing fun. I would say that 90% of the times it's not funny at all. But not that it's not fun. It's like, I don't think it's that interesting, you know. It's it's very the same thing every time. You go to the airport, you wait. It's a waiting game. Being a DJ, it's a waiting game until you are on stage. And then you play for 1 hour. Sometimes like the shittiest thing is like to travel to Australia. I love Australia to death, but like maybe you have to stay away 5 days from home to DJ fucking 1 hour and a half, bro. You spend 5 days of your existence, you know, away from your cats, from my cats, to DJ 1 hour and a half. You know, it's amazing. I love DJing that hour and a half because people there are amazing. But to the other side of the globe, you know, that's the thing. Again, the doctor didn't force me to, so it's a choice.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
So that was my last question.
Okay.
So I hope it was enough.
It was amazing. Yeah, it was amazing.
Okay, I hope
I loved
you
it.
had a good time. Mm-hmm. I did. So again, thank you very much for coming.
Thank you.
And see you tonight with the All Night Long.
For sure.
Good luck.
For sure.
I'm sure it's going to be amazing.
Thank you for having me.
So yeah. So if you want to say anything to say goodbye to... I
don't do many interviews, and there's a reason why I'm here. Shout out to Wololo Sound. Shout out to Spain. Te amo.
So for everyone, thanks a lot for seeing the whole interview, and stay tuned because we are going to have some more special hardstyle guests in the upcoming months. So thank you very much for tuning in and see you next time. Bye.